How pretty is this place? Just doing a walk this morning up to Thistle Cove. Well, we might see if we can find Flinders Monument, which is 100 metres. Flinders named this Lucky Cove when he came in here with his boat, the Investigator. But it is an absolute superb spot. I think he called it Lucky Cove because of the number of islands and rocky pinnacles that are offshore, and he managed to get through those unscathed, which would be actually quite a feat with the less than mobile boats that they had at that time. Well, this is the monument to Captain Matthew Flinders, who used this bay as a safe anchorage on Saturday, January 9th, 1802, during his circumnavigation of Australia. If you were to ask me what is the nicest place, prettiest place, with the most friendliest people in my journeys of 6 months around Australia, I would have to say here, at Cape Le Grand National Park, just east of the town of Esperance. It's absolutely beautiful and stunning. Well, we're following the Thistle Cove walk trail, coastal walk trail. It's about 1.6 kilometres, so 3.2 k's return. You get an appreciation of what the background is like with these granite boulders to my campsite on Lucky Bay. Lucky Bay, by the way, would have the whitest sand probably of any beach in Australia. Have a look at this, absolutely stunning. Well, the track down to Thistle Cove is well marked. You can see down here that they put the markers in. Just have a look at this boulder facing the sea. She's a doozy. Our own wave rock. And this they call Thistle Cove, in memory of John Thistle, who was master of the HMS investigator on the 10th of January 1802. So I've got harnesses here for rock fishermen, and you can see why when you see some of these swells come in. The rocks can get slippery. Time to head back for lunch, and that's my track over those boulders on the top of that hill and around the next bay or two. That's Frenchman's Peak in the distance, but look at this country. Now that is a rock waiting to fall. Just a matter of time. Have a look, it's just on that edge there. And when it comes down, it's going to come down here. Let's hope nobody's walking the track at the time, because it will actually come straight across that track. Look at that view. Arriving in the national park here, I was welcomed very warmly by the camp hosts, Penelope and Alan. So Penelope and Alan, you're from Perth?
We are.
And so how long have you been camp hosts?
About 16 years.
About 16 years.
16 years?
Yeah.
Where have you been hosting?
Well, we've done Lucky Bay many times over the years, probably 14 times it would be. And then we've also hosted up at Mount Augustus, which is up in the Gascoyne, and also at Credo, which is in the Goldfields, and the Carragini, which is in the Pilbara. And we've done the Carragini quite a number of times as well.
And you must enjoy it to be doing it for that long. What is it that you personally gain from being a camp host? Are you volunteering, so you're not getting paid for this job? What is it that gives you the satisfaction that you get from doing it?
Well, it's putting back into the society, basically. I mean, we're helping out DEC, which is or the Department of Environment, and so we're helping to look after the bush, if you like. We're taking over some of the more routine duties that the rangers would have to do, and allowing them to actually do rangers' duties,
right?
Such as looking after the park. So that's one thing we get out of it. But it's also meeting all the people. I mean, it's just fantastic. We've met so many nice people over the years that, yeah, it's a hard to beat sort of exercise, really. We are thrown into people all the time, and you don't have to wait for a casual sort of event.
And how do you become a camp host in a national park, or what's the process?
So there is a program that's actually run by the department, and that's once a year, although during COVID they haven't been doing the training program, but it's a 2-day training program usually in November, and at that training program we have sessions with all the rangers that come from the parks around the state, and they'll come and tell us what's so great about their park. And so then you elect to, you know, to host in one of those areas.
Well, if someone was to ask me what is my favourite place in Australia, I would have to say at this point in time, with only a few weeks to go, that it would be Cape Le Grande. This place, without a doubt, it offers everything that I like. The wilderness part, the Western Australian wildflowers, the magic ocean scenery, rough, wild. It's just a magnificent spot. And the campgrounds here, the facilities are, well, I think they beat most of the caravan parks that I've actually stayed in. So if you are considering coming to Western Australia and you are travelling down the southern part, you have to see this place. I think it's got to be on your bucket list. If it's not, you're missing out, because it's just absolutely magic. The white sands, I said before, it probably has the whitest of sands. Forget your Whitehaven Beach and all that sort of thing. This is white sand just being created from obviously some sort of silica. It's squeaky when you walk on it, but have a look. I mean, how do you compare this